Joined by Hofstra head coach Frank Cavanato and closer Michael O'Hanlon following a come-from-behind 4-3 victory over William & Mary in this series finale. Coach, thoughts on today's win?
I thought Brad was outstanding. You know, we really needed that. The last 2 days we've pitched really well, and things are coming together. So hopefully we can use this as a springboard and start playing some good baseball. But I was happy with the way we played, the way we came back and fought, and to have Michael close it out like that was awesome.
To Michael, just I know you play with a lot of emotion coming into a close game in the eighth inning. What was going through your mind when you came in and closed it out?
Just not to give up Kenny's runs. He works really hard. He just came back from TJ. Second and third, just trying to throw strikes, get outs. That's all.
Coach, you talk about what Brad did today. Just talk about the type of competitor he is, because you saw after he gave up that hit, he's just like, I didn't want to come out of that game. But what was your thoughts when you saw him with that?
Yeah, listen, he's tough, right? He's going to battle all the time. He wants the ball in his hand, and he's the guy that I want to have the ball when we're in a little bit of a losing streak, and he never wants to come out of the game. There hasn't been one time that I've gone to take him out that he wants to come out. He's always lobbying to stay in there. But I felt like he was well over 100 pitches, and it was time for him to come out.
Coach, what were your hitters seeing today from William & Mary pitcher Garrett Newsom?
Garrett, he was throwing he was throwing everything. He was throwing fastball, changeup, slider, curve. He's a good pitcher, and he had us a little bit off balance, but luckily later in the game we were able to push some runs across.
Was there any message after the seventh inning? You guys down 3-1.
Just to keep fighting. We've talked about this team. They're fighters, and they continue to play the game hard, and that's basically all we said. Like, hey, we're in this game. We have a chance to win. Let's go.
Talk a little about Anthony D'Onofrio, who came in and gave you the big hit, the tying double off the bench.
Yeah, it was huge. He's got a strained hamstring. I would have loved to start him in the game, but we knew we couldn't do that. He's going to be out for a little while. But he came up to me during the game and said, "Coach, I can hit. If a spot comes up where you need me to hit, I can hit." So I told him, "All right, it's going to come up," and he was ready to go. And he went up there looking to swing the bat, and luckily enough, he was able to drive it. I thought it was going to go out of the ballpark, but he that was a huge hit for us, and he's a kid that he's a tough kid, and was fine going out there even though he was hurt.
Michael, back to you. I'm sorry.
Coach, a lot of the time you guys were able to streak together hits, and one of those guys that was able to do that was Brian Morrell. I would love your thoughts on his performance today.
Yeah, listen, he's always going to be in the middle of the lineup. He's a guy that seems to find the barrel of the bat quite a bit. He puts together good at bats, and I feel like he went into a little bit of a slump there about a week ago, but I feel like he's starting to see the ball better and starting to square some things up again.
But to Michael, obviously the season, situations haven't allowed for you to come in especially in high leverage situations. So this is really one of your second save of the season. What are your thoughts on your workload so far this year, and how much you're chomping at the bit to get back in there?
I mean, I'm always hungry, but just guys in front of me got to pitch well, and I'm excited to come in whatever situation. So I'll be ready every time.
Coach, how was the team feeling after D'Onofrio's game time 2 RBI double?
Oh, we were all pumped up in there. Everyone was happy. I mean, it's a big boost to the club. Obviously it gives us confidence and knows that we have a chance to win the game. So it was huge.
Is a win like this and a game like this, is there some momentum that you guys can take into the West Virginia series?
Absolutely, right? I mean, I think everyone feels confident. That's a really good team that we just beat. They're playing some good baseball. So, yeah, it definitely gives us confidence and makes us feel like we're on the right track.
The theme, the other day, we talked about pitching, having to bear down, get ahead in counts. Obviously, 2 games in a row, 2 well-pitched games, 2 really good baseball games between 2 good teams. So,
yeah,
you're looking for that momentum.
Yeah, looks like the message is getting through, and guys, we don't want guys to pitch scared. We want guys to pitch with confidence and guys that are not afraid to throw strikes, and the guys the last 2 days did a great job of it. I really, when you can give the ball to guys like, Camarda, O'Hanlon, McKenna, Mikolajczyk, I mean, these are the guys that are going to, pump strikes, and it was a good feeling today.
not to take it, and obviously big hit from Dino with the time run, but the freshman Dylan Palmer coming up right behind him, and then no nerves,
Yeah.
delivers that single to put you ahead.
Huge hit. He's been put into a in spots where a lot of freshmen would be nervous, and he seems to he's taken it all in stride, and he's confident, and he's been performing great for us.
Mike, what's your thoughts as a player? What do you see from the freshman and specifically Dylan
He's
Palmer?
the man. He's a friggin' man. He can do it all. He can run. He can hit. Field. He's really impressed all of us.
Coach, just how big is that win overall for you guys? Because you guys now are 2-4. Obviously not where you want to be, but how big is it from going away from not getting swept and good for your team coming into the next conference series and also West Virginia as well?
It's huge because if you lose that game, you're starting. Guys
Right.
don't feel good. I mean, we feel like, hey, this is an uphill battle. And now being at 2, winning that game at 2, and being at 2-4, and then going to NCAA&T on next weekend, I think we're confident. We know if we get on a little bit of a roll, we'll be right where we want to be.
Do you think you guys are starting to get your identity back after the comeback Wednesday?
Well, that would be nice. I mean, we kind of lost the identity a little bit there, but this is what we saw a lot of last year, so hopefully it's coming back.
All right, guys, thank you very much.
All right, thank you.
Guys.